So for the last portion of our program, we will start the open forum and Q&A session with the ASTI VRS team and presenters. So to our speakers, please turn on your cameras and be ready to answer questions. For those who are streaming this event via Facebook Live, you may type your questions in the comment box. So may we welcome back Mr. Ivan Kamama as our Q&A moderator.
Thank you, Ted. Good day, everyone. I am Ivan from the Petro Center again, your moderator for the Q&A. There are still some questions for our space tech facilities as well as our satellite capacities. We'll be answering 2 questions related to this, and we'll proceed with ASTI VRS question afterwards. The first question will be from Leo Almazan. So his question is there a thermal or IR cameras on any of our satellites? If yes, have we been doing ocean temperature collection on our surrounding waters? Thanks. Sir RK.
Hi, hello. So right now we don't have it on our own satellites pa. So we mostly have optical at yung sa Novasar din may radar. But there are open datasets na, di ba Sir Bry, na we have used.
Yeah. So yun ang the first yung meron ding open datasets like yung MODIS. So may mga satellites na kinukuha natin yung data nila from Aqua and Terra, and then essentially they have bands na pwedeng i-process that can actually extract yung sea surface temperature. And then in the past, the PHL Microsat teams have been doing this na nag-extract tayo nung sea surface temperature sa mga oceans using yung free satellites ng MODIS, yung Aqua and Terra. And then also for the first question, yung IR, meron sanang IR yung isang satellite natin, yung na meron tayong subscription, yung ComSat 3A, pero hindi siya pwedeng gamitin for our use. It's only for military use ng Korea. So yeah, tama, sabi ni RK, we don't have currently right now. Yeah.
Thank you, Sir Bryce. So I think there are other 2 questions right now. So the other 2 questions are from Engineer Felverson Angeles from Naval Research and Technology Development Center of the Philippine Navy. The first one is, Sir, ma'am, how many times the GRS sends command to the satellite? Is the command intended daily, weekly, or monthly? Sir Nash or Sir Bry, please answer the question.
Sige, Nash.
Actually, the commands are uploaded almost daily. So, but it's
Nash, may I interrupt you?
Sorry, there. As the commands are actually uploaded almost daily. Max is around 3 days, but we're not exceeding for a week for every after command. Yeah, we could say it's daily.
Okay, I hope that answers the questions of Sir Felverson. So the other question is for the ULAT project or the ULAT representative here. Does Project ULAT have the capability to forecast or project a storm surge at a specific time? I think Sir Adrian will answer this question. Sir Adrian?
Hello po. For that question po, as of now po, wala pa pong capability ng ganyan po si Project ULAT because as of now, we are still in the process po of collecting lighting data and studying po yung mga data po namin for weather analysis po.
Thank you, Adrian. So we will now move on for the ASTI VRS related questions. The first question is, what was the DOST-ASTI's motivation in developing the app? So I think the main developer can answer it. Sir Mark Gerald.
So hello guys. Yung motivation talaga is to make it known to the public na meron tayong space tech available and why is it needed or why is it important. Moreover than that, especially the pandemic hit, we had more motivation to make this virtual reality. Because yun nga, since walang NSTW, walang mga gatherings, and wala tayong mga tours sa Pedro GRS or different facilities, parang this app made this possible. Yun nga lang, virtual reality, 3D model is a game. So, ayun yung motivation namin to make it more accessible to others. And ayun nga, tulad ng sinabi nila Sir Ning kanina, para mas makilala natin yung space tech and kung bakit natin sila ginagamit and how they actually operate step by step by presenting it tulad kanina dun sa satellite mission. So that's all.
Thank you, Je. So there are other two questions related to the ASTI VRS app and I will answer it. So the first question is, do you have plans to launch ASTI VRS for more operating systems? And the second one is, do you have collaborations with schools to promote the ASTI VRS app among students? So first question, so we are looking forward to develop it in the future, the other platforms for iOS. So not for today, but in the future. So we will look into that. And the last question or another question is collaborations with the schools. As of now, we don't have any collaborations with any other schools. So this is only an initiative of the team to promote space technologies to the reach of the Filipino people in their houses. So they can not physically attend or go to the facility. So we did this app.
Ivan, dagdag ko lang yung sa unang question, yung regarding sa iOS. Regarding it, actually pwede naman natin siya ma-port to iOS anytime sooner, but the problem will be iOS has stricter implementation of a game, like compared to Google Playstore, whereas you can upload the app as fast as 3 days, whereas sa iOS usually takes almost a month or more kasi may mga mas strict sila sa requirement. So ayun, yun sana nasagot namin yung sa iOS, kaya Android muna yung nagawa namin. So ayan, to follow up na lang yung sa iOS. Thank you.
Thanks, Jets.
Ivan, maybe I'll add a few things on the second question. Although we don't have any active engagements with the schools, but it's of course a good idea to actually go out there and collaborate with the schools para mas maganda yung use cases ng ating VR app. Yes, so we can actually explore collaborations and agreements with schools for purposes of using the VR app.
Hello? So the next question is, how do you ensure the security of the VR data? Do you require any security certification from the vendors? From Josephine Publico. So to answer that questions, hindi po kami nagko-collect ng data upon installing the app itself. So it's free. You can download it anytime you want. So yun po. Wala po kaming kino-collect na data, personal data. Kung meron man po, with your feedback po siguro from our email that will be flashed later on. So you can put your comments or feedback regarding the app on the email or email us. Thank you.
Ivan, to add to that, siguro being the head developer of the app, I can assure you that we're not collecting any data because ayun nga, ako yung gumawa. So wala kaming nire-require na input or wala kaming kinukuhang information or like microphone or camera input about it. And yung mga informations naman, siguro yung isa pa dito, yung sa question niya is, siguro yung mga, kung yung info ba natin is, yung mga info displayed is secured ba? I think all of these are publicly available bago namin siya bago namin siya nilagay sa app. So, yun lang.
Yes. Then another question from Ms. Joy Tanag. So where do you store this VR data? On-prem, in the cloud, or hybrid? Will there be future developments incorporating appropriate LiDAR technology capability to our satellites? And a follow-up question from Ms. Rafaela is, what new features are planned for future updates? So, okay. So for the first question, so for the VR data, so it's stored, well, the app is made by Unity, and we're not collecting data, personal information or data to the one who are installing it. So the resources, the assets are stored in Google Playstore itself. So the other question is, will there be future developments incorporating appropriate LiDAR technology capability to our satellites? Gerald, can you answer this one? Or Sir Bry?
Si Sir Brian na lang regarding this one.
Sige. Maybe magsabi ako, but the other na nandito can chime in, especially sila Joe from PhilSA now. So yeah, right now, yun nga, meron sa PhilSA na parang program for build ng mga satellites, no? And then we will continue to build satellites. So moving forward, baka I don't know kung meron part doon na incorporate yung LiDAR, but for now, naka-focus muna yung develop satellite, yung MULA, which is UK, yung mga Filipino engineers na pumunta sa UK para gawin to, na it's the largest so far, no, na nagagawin ng Filipino engineers. Tapos afterwards, pero ito yung payload niya, it's still optical camera. So with regards to the future satellites, na since alam naman natin na for future satellites, ang path nito is through the Philippine Space Agency. So perhaps Joe can share a few things about the plans for satellite development in PhilSA.
Hi, hello. Good morning, Phil. So regarding the plans for satellite development, PhilSA, as mentioned earlier, we have the MULA satellite, and that is slated to be launched in 2023. Currently, kakabalik lang ng ating mga engineers from their training in the UK. They're already here in the Philippines completing their quarantine procedures. Within the year also, I think we'll be launching a couple more nano satellites in orbit through the Stamina for Space program. So those are things na antabayanan po natin this year.
Okay, thank you po, Sir Bry and Ms. Joe. So the other question is, for future, what new feature updates are planned for future updates? I think Gerald can answer this. Actually, yes, Gerald.
So sa future updates, actually meron ng nakahanda. So make sure na i-update yung app nyo. So either tomorrow or this weekend ma-upload yung next update. So dun sa next update na yun, naglagay tayo ng mga mini games like football ganun, or like simple interactions na simple games lang. And then for like in the bigger picture naman, yung updates na pwede naming ilagay dito is to improve further the app, like add more details, make it more realistic, better textures, and siguro yung mga most comments after na ma-download yung app. So make sure to email us or comment yung mga features or yung mga bugs na nakita niya, so that we can fix it. So that's for the future updates. Siguro yung mga bigger features like other things, sila Sir Brian na ang makakaalam, and Pedro, kung ano yung ilalagay namin. Pero make sure to not uninstall the app para may notification for the new updates. Yan lang.
Thank you, Gerald. And fun fact din, kasi it is named ASTI VRS kasi in the first place, we have in mind na hindi lang Pedro o facility yung i-highlight dun sa app. we can highlight other projects within the ASTI. So it's called ASTI VRS. So yun po. So another question is, what are your experiences during the making of the application? I think Gerald or me can answer this. But first, let's hear about the answer with Gerald.
Okay. So, yun nga, siguro yung major challenge dito is nung parang more than a year namin to din na-develop. So, parang half of that time, yung app is towards VR talaga, virtual reality, yung tipong nakasuot ka ng goggles para ma-interact siya. So, you will rely on gyroscope ng phone to move and interact. Pero ang na-realize nga namin is, yun nga, nag-pandemic. Parang kahit ako mismo, hindi ko matest siya ng maayos kasi nga, hindi ko mahanap yung VR goggles kasabay. So parang ang hassle naman na bumili pa na VR goggles just to experience fully the app. So sayang naman hindi ma-appreciate ng tao na walang ganun. So dun namin napag-usapan na why not make it handheld or parang para ka lang naglalaro ng game na hindi mo kailangan ng kahit anong equipment to use it. So nung nangyari yun, syempre kailangan ulitin yung app and everything. So ayun yung isang mahirap na part. Tapos tawag dito, yung ibang experience pa namin dito is one of the fun part and difficult part is ako, si Ivan and si Feby is yung ginawa namin lahat ng 10 3D models inside the app from scratch. So that's challenging and at the same time fun kasi nga yun nga, so we just based it on pictures available and then we made it from the SketchUp app. So ayun, and then yung isa pang challenge siguro or experience is mas nung during the testing pinapatest ko din sa nanay ko yun, and then dun ko na nga na-realize na ang mahirap nga yung unang version na nagre-rely sa gyro pag pinagamit mo sa matanda or sa bata or something na hindi naiintindihan. So ayun nga, so we are continuously updating the app to make it more user friendly to para mas maganda yung experience nyo. So yun lang. So I'll hand it over to Ivan and siguro si Feby din may masasabi about this.
So I am also one of the developer of the app, though yung mga 3D assets and other stuffs and contents lang. So I will hand over to Feby. I want you to share your experience in making the app, Feby.
Hello, good morning po sa lahat.
Ayun po.
So, to answer the question po, the challenges, well, first of all, since pandemic, mahirap yung coordination within the team. So, kailangan lagi kang ready sa updates and kung ano yung progress ng project niyo. Also, meron, yung iba sa amin, hindi pa nakarating sa Davao or hindi pa nakita personally yung facilities. So, medyo nagkakaroon ng difficulty na gawin yung mga 3D models. And also dun sa satellite models din, hindi lahat merong mechanical drawings. So, kailangan namin gawing up to scale yung lahat ng models. So, I think hindi rin lang ako yung naka-experience ng difficulty doon. Si Ivan and si Gerald din share the same sentiments. Pero the fun part is natuto kami gumamit ng SketchUp and na-explore namin yung other 3D modeling software na dagdag din po sa learnings namin and experience. Yun lang. Ivan.
Ayun. Thank you, Feb. Tama yun. So I think masabi na ng lahat yung mga sagot sa mga questions. So I think that is the last question related to ASTI VRS app. So thank you very much for all the questions. Since we're up on time, we'll only be able to answer one more question. For any other queries, you can send us an email via media@asti.dost.gov.ph. Last question is, why is it called a VR when the app is not using the actual VR devices? So I think Gerald can answer that.
Okay, so from kanina pa, nasagot na namin siya. So, but to make it clear, yun nga, originally the plan was to make it VR device. So, that's why it's DOST-ASTI VRS with the letter S. So, it's not ASTI VR but ASTI VRS. So yun nga, so to reiterate, originally VR talaga siya. Pero since hindi nga lahat may VR goggles to experience the VR experience, we made it handheld so that we can experience the app without using any VR goggles or buying anything, just your phone. So ayun lang. Sana malinaw yung concept na yun. Pero siguro abangan nyo in the future updates na we'll make this VR app talaga that requires a VR goggle. So stay tuned.
Thank you, Gerald. Just at the last, or sorry, because this one's interesting. How long did you complete the data models for VR?
Siguro,
yeah.
sige ko. Ako na muna siguro. Actually, ito din siguro yung isang part na matagal. And I mean, since we started, wala kaming idea on 3D modeling porting to Unity. There are issues na face namin. So normally, kaya natapos namin siya like around 3 to 5 months. Pero parang problema dun is since iba't iba kaming ng style ng paggawa ng 3D model, there are issues when you port it inside the Unity, yung game engine kung saan namin ginawa yung app. So from there, we continuously edit and update it, improve it, make it lightweight, ganun. So tumagal siya for more than a year kasi parang pag ginamit na namin yung model, dun pa lang lalabas yung problem dun sa game engine. So and sila Ivan and Feby, may thoughts din sila sa experience nila.
Ayun, so for me, nung development stage nung VR app, so ang hardest part nga doon is yung 3D modeling. Then, ibang 3D modeling software yung ginagamit ko sa kanila. I am using Blender while they are using SketchUp. So, yung pag-import, export yung mga models to and from Unity medyo nagkaroon ng hurdle doon. But in the end, naayos din naman at the least. So, I think that is the last question. So, thank you very much for being with us today. Please reach us out via our social media pages or via email at media@asti.dost.gov.ph. We hope you enjoyed simulations as much as we did. Thank you very much po and mabuhay po.